a podcast to honor the gods.
This better come with a sacrifice.
Dave X Media.
Welcome to The Bits, hosted by your favorite jam buds, Robert.
And Charlie.
Hey, Charlie. So, Mr. Greg, that's what we're looking at today. Season 3, Episode 8. And, of course, we need to have a guest of such caliber for this episode. It's Phoebe,
We really
do.
It's Phoebe, isn't it? Isn't it? Isn't it Phoebe?
Hi, Phoebe.
Hello.
Welcome back. You haven't been on in a while, mainly because I'm to understand it was the busy dramaturg season very recently.
It was. It's been a busy end of the theater season.
For those at home who don't know who you are, you should, because Phoebe's been on a bunch of great episodes. Tell them who you are, what you do, throw your pronouns in there, and why you want this episode.
I'm Phoebe, she, her. I am the co-host of Monster Donut, a Percy Jackson podcast. And I am also a dramaturg, which is basically just a fancy word for person who gives notes on theater scripts. So I guess I wanted this episode. First of all, I was very happy that it was gifted to me.
I was about to go back and be like, well, actually, no, we gave you this. Like, we were like, hey, do you want to come on for this episode? Verbatim, I want to read the message that you replied with when we were like, oh, Phoebe, would you like to come on for this episode? Me, Phoebe, would you be game to record Mr. Greg sometime next week? Phoebe, it's over, isn't it? For me? Yes, of course.
Yeah, I mean, it's over, isn't it? But I mean, as someone who works in the New York theater industry, it only makes sense.
Oh, it absolutely does. Like, you are, in fact, the first choice for the episode, even if it was claimed before and that person could not make it on.
I'm also, like, Pearl's #1 fan. I love her so very much, so.
Me too, bro. I love Pearl.
But what do you think of her secret rap career?
It's all right.
You have seen it, yes? You know of this phenomenon?
No, I like have a vague memory of this, and I'm like,
oh my goodness.
I'm fighting my brain to remember what this means.
Well, listeners, if you, like Phoebe, don't remember Pearl's secret rap career, you can listen to us talk about it on our bonus show.
For just $5 a month, you can access our bonus show over at patreon.com/thebits. SU pod?
The Bits SU, yeah.
SU. I always forget which of our things is the Bits SU and which of the things is the Bits SU pod. Reserving names for social media and stuff is weird. Anyway, before we continue with this episode, Charlie, did the postman bring us any post?
I don't know what I'm supposed to do here anymore. You said I shouldn't cry when we don't get post now. You want to know what spam email we just got like 5 seconds ago?
Oh, hell yeah. Let me take a guess as to what it is. I haven't seen. I'm going to assume it's either A, super generic spam like from an insurance company, or B, it's going to be spam from one of those podcast empires that's like, hey, if you want to join our podcast network, we'll distribute your podcast to other people, but also any money you ever make, we'll pretty much have all of it.
You are, in fact, incorrect.
Oh,
and
shit.
It is ADHD and autism help. They're reading us for filth.
Oh my god.
I want to know who signed us up for this.
Which of you fuckers signed up the Bits email for this newsletter or spam or whatever we call it? That's crazy. That's actually not what I was expecting at all. But hey, if you haven't sent us mail, you should send us mail. thebitsSUpod@gmail.com.
thebitsSUpod@gmail.com. Most of our things are the Bits SU pod. I think I just made our Redbubble and our Patreon just the Bits SU.
I'm so appalled that that like you couldn't get the bits su gmail.com. Like that's crazy.
Oh, I think I did it on purpose. I think I did the email on purpose so people know that it's like a podcast email.
Well, that's your behind the scenes look today, folks. So we're going to start talking about Mr. Greg, aka top 5 episodes.
Listen, when I had to recommend which episodes someone who's never seen this show watched, this was one of them. I will always list these episodes as like, what was it? It was Alone Together. Was there like anything from season 2? I'm trying to remember.
I'm like, what's a good season 2 episode?
No, it was Alone Together, The Answer, Hit the Diamonds.
Oh, yeah.
Which was like the only one that's like plot
Hit the
relevant.
Diamonds season 3.
Yes, and then Mr. Greg. Because these are all like the queerest and just like some of my favorite episodes of the show, but also just like some of the strongest, I think. You know?
Phoebe, out of the 160 episodes across all the Steven Universe stuff, where does Mr. Greg rank for you?
Oh, I would say it's up there. It's definitely up there. I think I'm generally more drawn to like the plot-driven, dramatic horror-y episodes, which you can probably tell based on the episodes I have requested to be on. I mean, I remember seeing this episode live and like immediately after it's over, isn't it? My sister and I turning and looking at each other like, oh my God, we just witnessed like history being made.
Right?
Like it's such a good episode.
It really is. And I think that's a good segue into talking about it. So the episode opens up with Stephen, Greg, and Pearl watching a commercial for Pepe's Burgers, which uses the like melody for like a comet. I'm sorry, just Comet. Comet is just it's the name. I keep forgetting it's just the word. It's just called Comet.
If it's Comet or like just a comet.
No, nope,
I've heard that it's different. Yeah.
I guess it just depends on who you ask.
This is hilarious.
I don't know about y'all, but I have seen enough. I've seen enough fast food restaurants do the whole like parody a famous song thing. I'm not a huge fan of it.
No, but is this a famous song? I feel like this is probably a lot of people's first time hearing it.
I mean, inherently, I guess it's famous just because it's been used, I guess, a lot for this burger restaurant. So much so that Greg generated $10 million in royalties.
That's insane.
Yeah.
This is like the biggest burger chain in the world, I think.
I feel like someone needs to go over the legality of like how this works. Because, okay, so it's Greg's song. His manager sold the melody of it to somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
Can Greg play his song ever again? And also, is his manager allowed to do that without Greg's consent?
Technically speaking, he should be able to. He's the copyright holder of the song. Like, he wrote it, he made it. He can play it whenever he wants. It's just that this burger chain is licensing the use of the melody.
Okay.
I believe that's how that works. Sense. Phoebe, do you have any insight?
No, I know nothing. This isn't my area.
This isn't your area of expertise.
I was just like, what if Greg wanted to actually make it big again? What if he tried again? Is Pepe's Burgers gonna like sue him if he plays Comet?
No, because Greg owns the song. Even if he didn't like file, I assume it would be copyright. Even if he didn't file a copyright ownership of the song, it still inherently is. Like, there are laws in the United States that are like, if you write a thing, if you make a thing, even if you don't file it, you technically are the like sole owner or sole proprietor or whatever, unless otherwise.
He is now permanently the Pepe's Burgers guy, though.
He is.
Like, if he tried to make it big, he would just be known as the Pepe's Burgers guy.
It's very sad that we never actually like go to Pepe's Burgers within the show. Like, we should have seen, okay, is this burger actually like worthy of this song? But we don't know. We don't know if it deserves it. What if the cheeseburger backpack is based off of Pepe's Burgers? What about that?
That would be the most buck wild, like 360, like
right?
Pressing everything together. That'd be fucking crazy. So yeah, $10 million. I assume
that's
over the
so much.
Generated over the course of, when the hell did Marty sell this song? Who fucking knows? But Greg made the song in the 80s, so presumably shortly after Marty left left Beach City, right? So from the 80s to the 2010s.
It was like the 90s. Yeah, the timeline is fucked because he's an 80s style guy, but he's in the 90s. So presumably it's at least as old as Steven, if not older. Also, the fact that Marty is in the commercial, did we not mention that?
Oh, yes, young Marty specifically.
Yeah. So Marty's also making bank off of this. This is like his first acting job, maybe? I don't know.
And that's its own separate legally. Hey, if you know legalese, if you are a lawyer or a paralegal or whatever, write into the show. Explain to us, like, what is and isn't cool about this.
Yeah, there's so much going on here. But Greg is just like, yeah, I apparently I'm rich now. I got all this money from this song, and this is the song that Rose fell in love with him to. What?
I love how Pearl is judging him, and she's like, Rose fell in love with you over a song about cheeseburgers? And Greg like, no, it wasn't about burgers back then, but she would love this. And Pearl has to lament and be like, yeah, she would love this.
I mean, Rose does just love everything weird and human, just like Steven does, you know?
On a scale of 1 to 10, how human is it to make just a burger commercial with a catchy song? I am very fond of, my favorite like jingle from a commercial is for those old hold on, I forget the name of the company. Creditreport.com, those old like 2000 commercials.
Oh yeah,
those were really fucking catchy. Because I was shopping for a new car. Which one's me? A new convertible or an SUV? Too bad I didn't know my credit. Like that song, like that's stuck in my head all the fucking time.
I think I remember that maybe. I don't remember it as well as you do, clearly.
Clearly what I should do is I should make a fucking like 3-hour video essay about these commercials. Because there's a whole spiel about them.
Do it.
No, maybe. I don't know. I have to actually be creative again. So Greg and Steven are like, well, what are we going to do with this money? And they're like, a lot of the things we enjoy are free. But Steven's like, what if we take a vacation?
Yeah, this is where we get into one of our songs. Again, we have to mention every single song that's in this episode, okay? They're important to me.
For us to mention this song, don't cost nothing.
It don't cost nothing. This is great because, yeah, Greg's just like, he's a carefree dude. He doesn't really care about all this money. Like, he's been living in his van and happy about it at like a failed car wash for years now, and he's just like, I'm living life. I don't care about none of that shit.
Oh, I know what the question's gonna be for this episode. It's a very simple question, like, damn.
If I had $1 million.
If I had $1 million, right,
I
sunny
be
day,
a billionaire.
don't
so
cost nothing,
bad.
light summer breeze. Okay, the way that those songs kind of work together when they're overlapped.
That is funny. That's great.
There's something symbolic about 2 songs about money overlapping nicely.
3. I just referenced 2 different ones.
Oh yes, you are correct. That was 3 different songs. Okay, I don't like this. Anyway,
You're welcome. Steven tries to say, like, you can get all these things. Do you want a house? Do you want like a new car or anything? Eventually Greg does get a new car, but that's not important right now. What's important is that Steven mentions the vacation. And okay, has Steven never been on an actual vacation? Because I feel like they haven't.
I was wondering, because he's been to like the moon at this point, but he's like, we could go someplace new, and it's like a state away. And I was like, how much of the like Steven Universe US has he been to?
I think it's just here in Keystone. I did forget about the Keystone Motel.
Oh yeah, Keystone, right.
So like that might be all he's ever really seen. He knew about Empire City and Jersey, Robert.
You can't make fun of me. I'm not from here. I just live here.
I can make fun of you all I damn well please. So
Greg likes the idea. And he's like, okay, we're going on a trip. We're going to Empire City, right? And Steven's like, we should bring Pearl along. And Pearl and Greg are like, that is... because they have an awkward thing going on. They both loved Rose. I really like how there's, I really like how they're going through the motions of Don't Cost Nothing. And then into Empire City, and then like during the Empire City song, is it during? Yeah, it's during the Empire City song. There's that section where Steven's like, it's gonna be the 3 of us, lifts his shirt, and don't forget Mom.
It's right after the song, yeah.
And Pearl and Greg look at each other like, ugh.
Like we don't wanna reference that. We like to forget that, like, our dead loved one's corpse is within your body. So let's not. Let's just forget that.
To quote John Mulaney, now we don't have time to unpack all of that.
No, we certainly do not. Not within this 11-minute episode that is mostly songs.
I love also, I guess it's canonic, like Empire City is canonically the New York of this world because they do mention
yes.
like Flatbush, like Brooklyn. And I'm like, damn, okay. I thought it was just like an allegory. I thought they were just using a fun little nickname and being like, oh, this is Empire City. No, it's just New York.
It's Empire City, Empire State. That is the full like place that it is.
Okay, Empire City I can get the joke of because New York City, you know, the Empire State Building, shout out Percy Jackson. But what the fuck do you mean Empire State?
Well, because it's New York, New York.
Oh my god.
Right? Is that not the joke?
Yes? Phoebe, what would you rate this joke? This is not, I need expertise.
I mean, yeah, I feel like that. I assumed that was the joke, that like the Empire State is New York. So what would the city be called?
Empire City. Wait, is New York called the Empire State?
Yeah, it's on all their license plates. Haven't you noticed?
Empire State of Mind? Did you not know about that?
Well, that's the city. That's New York City. I'm well aware of that. I just completely forgot that New York is also the Empire State. Damn, I have
the
not
Empire State Building is called that because it's the Empire State, right?
That is straight up the first time I'm realizing why it's called the Empire State Building. I never clocked that.
I love you, Robert.
And you know what I love? Letting capitalism consume my brain, just like Greg, who is now, as he hands, so they go to like the hotel.
Le Hotel.
Le Hotel.
Le Hotel.
Talk about cringy 2010s memes.
Yeah.
This is hilarious to me. He walks in, you know, Greg, he's not dressed up or anything. He's just his usual like Greg attire. But now he has a business card that says Mr. Greg Bazillionaire with 3 Z's.
Which isn't super far off because like rich people and celebrities go to these fancy hotels all the time wearing like discreet, comfy clothing. Like, you know, part of it's not to get recognized and part of it's just for comfort. Like you don't see, why is the
Greg
first
isn't-
celebrity that's coming to my brain Leonardo DiCaprio? You don't see Leonardo DiCaprio in a suit. You also don't see him with a girlfriend older than 25, but that's a different story.
Greg isn't a celebrity. Also, he's not like, you know, doing the Captain America with like the baseball cap and the sunglasses so no one notices him. He's just like, you know, I'm normal dad, but now I have $10 million. Let's go to the first hotel that I see and slap down a giant stack of bills. Where did he already get the money from? Like, did they go to the bank on the way here?
I don't know, but if I had $10 million right now, I still wouldn't be able to be like just walk into the bank and be like, give me several stacks of money. I'd be so afraid to have that on my person, especially in New York City.
Check? How does one cash a check that actually says 10 million? I have so many questions.
So I actually know what cashing a large sum check is like because shout out to hashtag dead dad money. I haven't made that joke in a while. But when
we did last episode.
Did I make that joke last episode?
Yes,
dead dad
drop beat dad.
No. That was just dead dad joke. I meant dead dad money joke. I haven't made that joke in a while.
Oh, sorry. I didn't know that was a separate joke. I didn't mean to offend you.
So when my father passed and we like sold his house, sold all his stuff, my sister and I split everything right down the middle and I got, you know, a sizable check of a big amount. And when you go to the bank and deposit a check over 10,000, by the way, it's like already anything over 10,000, it gets clocked. You have to wait like a good week or so for everything to go through. I imagine all the systems in play are checking to make sure that this money is legit. And then it just goes into your account. And it's kind of weird one day opening up your bank account and seeing like checking account, big number. Oh, hello.
Yeah, right. That is very weird. But also, so they definitely could not have gotten this money immediately, is what you're saying.
You can't even cash this check. Straight up. Well, number one, because banks don't have $10 million lying around. I mean, they don't have 10 million.
They go to multiple banks. Like, how?
There's no way in hell. Like, this is a vacation that happened at least like maybe a week afterwards.
Yeah, had to have.
I'm calling Steven Universe out for their inconsistencies. This is a very
calling bullshit on this episode today.
I'm calling so much bullshit. This needs some editing.
But at least we know where Steven gets money from consistently after this. Like, before, it was from Pearl's secret rap career. Now, it's from Greg and his burger money.
And then, of course, we get the song Mr. Greg.
Hey, Mr. Greg.
Hey, Mr. Greg. Where does Mr. Greg fall on our list? Like top.
It's catchy. It's a very cute
catchy.
sequence here. Like, this is a toe tapper for sure. You also see the hot dog duffel bag, important to me, as Steven's luggage.
Yeah. I mean, it's very like, this is a song I would expect to see in a musical.
Right?
Mhm.
This is the like, hey, we're at this like location, there's a bunch of extras who can do all like the dance numbers with us.
Yeah, the set is like building itself around you.
Yeah, exactly. I want to see Mr. Greg as like a short musical, like live action on a stage. I think that'd be very cute.
Very short musical.
That's fine.
Well, we just need to build it out a little bit. All these little gaps.
We could do that, honestly.
Oh my god, are the three of us gonna write a musical?
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's
Absolutely.
just it's taking the like what minute and a half of Mr. Greg and expanding it outwards in both directions to reach the like 2 hours.
2
of a musical.
hours.
It's not the minute and a half of Mr. Greg. It's the 11-minute episode of Mr. Greg. Okay? Don't get it twisted here.
Okay, we're 11 minutes down. We just need another 2 hours and 19 minutes. Can we do this?
Absolutely.
I think so.
I took 2 playwriting classes in college. Therefore, I'm qualified.
I took 0 playwright classes in college.
But you were just playing the guitar 2 seconds ago, and we've got our composer for the additional music.
There
Oh
you
my
go.
god, you're 100% right. I just need to learn the guitar more because I'm still very much a beginner.
So, okay. We have to like mention what is happening with like Steven and Greg and Pearl in this sequence. They throw the money down. All of these guys lift them up like they're being crowd surfed. Greg's enjoying it. Steven's enjoying it. Pearl looks like she's dying. She's so uncomfortable.
I mean,
Yeah.
Pearl has a thing where she doesn't like being touched by strangers, doesn't she? Or am I misremembering this?
I mean, believable.
She's also just uncomfortable for many reasons.
I do like that she starts to like warm up to it throughout the song, though. Like,
Yeah.
because she's with Steven and having fun with Steven. It's cute.
Yeah. Greg breaks the table, he dances on the table, and then he gives the guy money, you know? And then they get the tuxes. The tuxes, great.
Yeah.
I assume these are the same suits that they end up wearing at Garnet's wedding later, right?
Oh, that'd be fun. God, the lesbians in 2016 must have been having a fucking field day seeing Pearl in a tux.
Uh-huh.
I still have a fucking field day every time I see her in the tux.
It's giving.
so
It's
good.
kind of giving when when Peter Capaldi regenerated into Jodie Whittaker, and Jodie
Yes.
Whittaker wore Peter Capaldi's outfit for like most of her first episode.
Big day. Big day.
We were so fucking robbed of David Tennant in Jodie's cute little outfit. Is there fan art of this?
Oh, there
I'm
100% is. David himself has like reshared or like shared it or like reposted or whatever. He was also very, because like David himself wasn't like the issue with that. It was
Yeah, obviously.
Russell T. Davis being like, oh, we can't have his concerns were like, we can't have a man in women's clothing for fear of what the transphobes and like the news will say. And it's like, tell him to fuck off.
You did the reverse before. Why can't you do this now?
Yeah, I think they were already pretty scared off by Jodie Whittaker being the doctor. So
Exactly. I just think they'd wear that at Comic-Cons.
Okay, but which one is better, Pearl in the tux or Jodie in 12's outfit?
Oh, that's hard. I mean, let's be fair. I am more in love with Pearl, even though Pearl is a fictional character, and I have more of a chance with Jodie Whittaker than I do with Pearl.
I might say Jodie. I think the like torn look of it all and like the pops of red when you see the lining, they were nice.
But Pearl has the hat, which really makes the outfit.
I don't know, it might be it might be taking away from it for me. I like when she takes it off.
The hat isn't doing it for you?
The hat isn't doing it, I'm sorry. It adds to the dance.
Understandable, honestly.
Greg and Steven like got their suits, they're like chilling, they're having fun. They go in the pool with the suits on because they don't fucking care. They're millionaires. And all these waiters are trying to get Pearl like in the spirit, you know, they're trying to hand her some food. We know she doesn't like food. And as Greg and Steven are like looking at her, like smiling, like, come on, you can enjoy this. And then she slowly does. She gets the suit. It's real cute. And she starts dancing with Steven.
Until Greg invites her to dance and she's like, no! And the song ends and she leaves. And it's the tension. You could cut it with a knife.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. And like, oh my goodness, all the guys are upset that she ruined the song too. And so Greg gives them more money, as one does.
I love this moment because it's like dancing is so weighted in Steven Universe, dancing together with someone.
You know what? I didn't even fucking think about that. I love that you brought that up, Phoebe.
Of course, Pearl would be like, oh, absolutely not, when fusion.
Exactly. It's the fusion of it all.
Mm-hmm.
And like, remember, oh goodness, which episode is We Need to Talk, right? That's the flashback episode where Greg and Rose quote unquote fuse.
Right, yeah.
So like, I feel like there's definitely tension there.
Mm-hmm.
We already know there's tension between Greg and Pearl for reasons that, are more explained in the next song. Haha. Is pretty gay. Do you know that this episode is gay?
Oh, this episode's super gay. So yeah, Greg and Steven are asleep, and at some point Pearl wanders into the bedroom and then, takes a rose from the nightstand, goes to the balcony, and starts just belting, honestly, top 3 for me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Might be top 1 for me. I haven't really decided.
It's over, isn't it? Is holy fuck.
Yeah.
That's it. Just holy fuck. I mean, shall we look at the lyrics? We're not going to sing, but we should look at some of these lyrics and be like,
it's over, isn't it? Isn't it over?
Isn't it over? You won and she chose you and she loved you and she's gone. It's over, isn't it? Why can't I move on?
Okay. So you started the beginning of this song. I'm gonna give you a full deep dive here. English major coming in.
Yes.
An English major, a dramaturg, and a machinist walk into a bar.
Start a podcast.
And write a musical about an 11-minute episode of Steven Universe.
Yes, we do. Okay, so like it starts off where like she's fine with all the men that came into Rose's life. We do technically already know that this has happened. Like that Rose has loved other people, not just Pearl. But it's like it's so telling of like Rose is just like that kind of person where she's loved so many other people in the past, but they didn't matter until Greg.
And Pearl was fine because, they fought like it was all some silly game. Who would Rose choose? And she's like, after all these years that I knew Rose, I didn't think I would lose.
Because they were together for thousands of years, right? You wouldn't have thought.
Thousands and thousands of fucking years. They literally fought a war together. War and glory, reinvention, fusion, freedom, her attention, out in daylight,
I thought we
my
were gonna
potential. Sing. Bold price, experimental. Who am I now in this world without her? I can't help it. It's a good song.
Right? It's so good. Like
with the nerve to doubt her. What does it matter? It's already done. Now I've got to be there for her son.
That line.
Yeah. Damn. Fellas, imagine losing the love of your life and then having to take care of her son, who is also low-key her, reincarnated.
You won, and she chose you, and she loved you, and she's gone! You're welcome. That was some good audio.
It's over, isn't it? Why can't I move on? It's crazy how fucking good this song is. And there have been some good emotional songs in Steven Universe throughout.
Yeah, really.
This one takes the cake so far.
Truly. It's just heartbreaking. And Pearl is like doing this like cute little dance with a rose in her suit.
Okay, but Phoebe, would the edits you provide for the song just be like, make it sadder and gayer?
Make it 7 minutes long and like harder to listen to.
Oh my goodness. It's like the all too well 10-minute version, but it's over, isn't it? 7-minute version.
Yeah.
How do you make this 7 minutes long is like my question. I mean,
you really get into the nitty-gritty is the thing. You gotta really get into it.
You stage a whole like flashback sequence within it or something.
I like the way you think that.
Absolutely. And there's like there's more dancing with like Rose and Pearl and then Greg and all of it.
Fuck, we're really cooking. If it wasn't like absurdly difficult for a bunch of reasons, I'd be like, yeah, let's fucking do this.
Right? Sometimes I wish I could just do that.
Fellas, you ever just wish you could make music and like also a musical?
Absolutely.
I will say this is such a great scene, but also Pearl, what the fuck were you thinking just walking into this room and belting your lungs out about your lost love and not expecting Steven and Greg to wake up?
She wasn't thinking. She is Pearl. She is always 5 minutes away from a mental breakdown.
Right.
So
It wasn't voluntary.
yeah, all of her character growth out by singing and crying.
100%. And Greg, like, his back is to Pearl and he gets up and he's like, I'm sorry you knew me, or something like that.
It's more than that. We see that Steven is like awake throughout this. Like it keeps going back to him watching. Like she doesn't know that Steven's awake, but then she notices that Greg is awake, and it's like Steven didn't even notice. Like it's like a plot twist that like, oh, Greg has actually been awake and listening as well.
Again, the tension of this fucking episode. It's crazy. And then Pearl, you know, she's like, I regret coming on this trip. And Steven is like, no, that's exactly why I brought you here. Is it? At what point
it is.
Okay. Like, yeah, sure it is. But like, at what point did Steven sit down and clock the tension between Pearl and his dad? Like, I don't think it's ever really been properly brought up to like Steven's aware, obviously, but I don't think Steven's ever been like, there's a lot of tension here.
Again, if this wasn't an 11-minute episode, we could flesh that out so much more. But it is like very much, hey, that was at the beginning of the episode. Like, we knew that there was like tension going on with them. Pearl was like upset at the freaking like song. And then she was like, what? When Steven invited her. And then like, just so much of this episode has kind of been like, okay, there's like something going on. But it's definitely been hinted at in so many episodes before this, too. I'm trying to think. Oh, somebody help me cite my sources here.
I haven't been rewatching the show with you guys. I don't know.
Are you telling me you're not like Charlie, who rewatches the show roughly once a year?
No, I actually have never rewatched the show all the way through.
Phoebe, you have some homework.
I know. I desperately need to. What I need to do is find someone who will watch it for the first time, because I want to watch with someone.
That's fair.
But it's so impossible to get anyone. No, she refuses to watch it.
Why?
She refuses. Are you kidding me?
She said that she watched the first, like, I don't remember how far she got into it. She was like, I watched maybe the first like 15, 20 episodes. And I was like, you didn't get to like, I feel like once you got to the point where like the world building happened, you would lose your mind over it.
Okay, make Emily watch like the couple of episodes that I suggested. Because like, listen, the gay episodes are just like very solid standalones. And like, if you don't want to get into like the nitty-gritty of like, oh, we've technically been developing all of the like alien gem stuff like all along.
Yeah, we have been talking about potentially for Patreon having a series where we force each other to watch things or listen to things or read things.
Good.
That we care about. So I'll add that to the list.
Listeners, if you don't know about Monster Donut, what are you doing, first of all? To go over to their Patreon, tell Emily that she needs to watch Steven Universe.
Right, yeah. Tell us if that's something that you want, and it should be.
Demand it. Please.
Emily has the audacity to recommend like a billion things to me, but if I said Steven Universe, she'd be like, I don't wanna.
Yeah.
Rude. Incorrect.
Well, in her head, it's a children's show, and she can't get past the like children's show vibes. And I'm like, you are a Percy Jackson podcast.
Is it the cartoon of it all?
It might be the cartoon of it all. But like, she's an Avatar fan.
Yeah, right. Listen, when people are like cartoons are for children, I do in fact lose my mind a little bit, and I want to go on a tirade, but we can't do that today. We don't have time for that.
We got to follow Greg down to the bar where he's eating cherries. Fellas, cherries good, yes or no?
No, but I'm not a fruit person generally.
Phoebe, I think you're pretty fruity. That's just me.
Oh.
I like chocolate covered cherries, but not like plain cherries.
Charlie, for the love of God, eat a vegetable or fruit without adding something to it.
Cherries are not like good for you, I would think. Even plain.
Inherently, a lot of fruits are good for you for like the antioxidants and the vitamins. They have a little extra sugar in them, sure, but they're like the one sweet thing in nature. God forbid they have sugar in them.
Hey, guess what? I do in fact really like apples and grapes.
Me too. Yeah.
And like pineapple. So
Not a huge fan of grapes. I don't like them too much.
well, Dionysus is upset with you. So
Oh man. Stephen brings Pearl and gives them an opportunity to speak, but neither of them know how to start the conversation. So Stephen walks up to the piano and just again, another wad of cash. Stephen, that's like $1,000 in your fucking pocket. Do you have a concept of what money is?
I just love that Greg handed him a stack of money that big.
Stephen and Greg both don't have a concept of what money is the problem, because they've both just been like, you know, living by the seat of their pants their entire lives. So it's insane. Also, Stephen's never had a math class. Okay, this is my second favorite song of the episode. If you do not love both of you, I don't know what to tell you. There's something wrong with you. This is a cute freaking song.
So where does both of you fall on your list then, Charlie?
It's definitely high up there for like even
I would say top 20 for me.
Yeah, probably like a top 20 of like all my Steven Universe songs. I do love a lot of the songs. Steven Universe has in fact been my top artist on Spotify most years since I've done Spotify Wrapped. So you can tell what I listen to a lot. It is in fact Steven Universe. But I do love this song. I hope you guys did your homework, because I did recommend we like listen to a cover of it that actually adds some more lyrics.
I totally forgot to do it.
I did my homework.
Oh, well, look at you. Phoebe, since you did the homework, you and Charlie can have a conversation about the extra meaning, and I can derive it. Honestly, this is exactly what high school was like for me for a good chunk of it, where I was like, I'm just not going to do my homework. And then I would get in trouble at the parent-teacher conferences. They'd be like, Robert's a pleasure to have in the class. However, points to missing homework assignments.
How dare you?
Yeah. So Charlie, what are the meanings? And talk to Phoebe about it.
Okay, well, first we'll talk about the bass song, so you can still be here, because okay, so Steven's just like, hey, why don't you guys talk? Like you haven't talked this entire time. You just kind of avoid each other forever because it's awkward. You love the same person, but guess what? You're similar. You have a lot in common, and you love me, and I love you. So, can you please get along for me? That's like the gist of this entire song, and it's very important. The regular version of the song just has like Greg and Pearl talking, and Greg is like, yeah, I mean, I don't blame you for hating me, but Pearl doesn't hate him. They're just frustrated about what happened with Rose. Like, Greg knew that Pearl liked Rose. Pearl was in love with Rose.
Is this like the first proper confirmation we get?
I think
so.
Like,
yeah.
This is the literal confirmation that Pearl is in fact in love with Rose and has been mourning that forever.
You know, for all the deniers out there who are like, no, it's just platonic. They were very close. No, fuck you. They were in love.
This episode is literally where we mention that. But Pearl's just like, yeah, she fell in love with you. That was the problem. It wasn't that you were here, really. The problem was that Rose did what she wanted and she didn't really care. So
I love this conversation. I love how frank it is, and how, like, I don't know, it was more complicated of a conversation that was going on between them than I think you would expect from a children's show, but also just like based on the lyrics that Steven is singing of like, you have this to relate to each other over, and like then it cuts to them having like this very deep conversation of them not talking about that.
Yeah. I feel like whenever we get into like some of the whenever this show actually shows you a little bit about who Rose really is, that's when it like starts to get more mature.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it gives you a little bit of taste every time. Like, when we had the last Rose and Greg episode, it got a little bit more mature again. Like, thinking about all like those different relationship things. And this, like, visually, the sequence is also important. Many people have had to have analyzed this, because Greg turns into yellow, Pearl turns into blue, and then Steven is pink. They're the diamonds.
Yeah.
They're the diamonds.
It's one of those moments where you can feel exactly what Steven was like, the joke was earlier in the episode of like, and let's bring, and like, don't forget mom, because he's always mom. But it's one of those episodes where you can feel Steven carrying his mom with him wherever he goes, and that he is also Rose at all times sometimes.
But like there's also just like the symbolism here of like, oh, so Greg is like the one repressing his emotions, like Yellow Diamonds.
Mm-hmm.
And Pearl is the one who wears her heart on her sleeve, like Blue.
Yeah.
And so like even though we haven't actually met them, we already know what they're gonna be like a little bit. Which is probably why it was like so easy when people actually met them. It's like, oh, I get it now. That's how it really was. So we're gonna have to eventually do a episode for the bonus show on Caleb Hyle's YouTube channel / just like the Steven Universe stuff that he's done, because it's very cool. And I always love when he adds lyrics, and he's done that for a few of the Steven Universe songs. And it works so well with this one because like in the middle it's just talking, and so it's like, okay, you didn't want to just talk that out, so he invented some lyrics for Greg and Pearl to sing. So you both love me and I love both of you. And then he's like, if I were you, I'd hate me too, just like Greg said. I was just a lonely man with no plan and no chance, and like a comet she came and changed my world.
Damn, we cooking.
Right? Like that's so very Greg. You can feel the vibes. Like we even have the comet reference and everything. And then I think the next part is Pearl. She saw the beauty in everything, both you and me and this world. And what she left behind is enough for us, but we still miss our girl. Like they're still talking about Rose and what she did. It's definitely different than what they were saying in the song. Like, oh yeah, like she didn't really care that she was kind of hurting both of us. In this, they're just like, yeah, she meant so much to both of us, and we miss her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it fits in with the actual lyrics of the song.
That's me just sharing some of my fandom experience with you guys. And then they finally dance. They dance in this sequence together in their little suits. Also, Greg's been wearing a bathrobe this whole time.
Rocket. I have seen some discourse of people who are pro Greg and Pearl should have fused. I don't think they should have, and I'm glad they didn't.
YouTube recommended this to me the other day because I was watching some Steven Universe stuff, and apparently there was some discourse about someone on the former Crewniverse shared something to their Patreon of art that was Greg and Rose as a couple, that was supposedly drawn by Rebecca Sugar, and was like never before seen. Like this was potentially going to be canon at one point, that they were going to be a couple. Like that's so weird.
I feel like it was never actually going to be canon. I feel like that was just Rebecca Sugar being weird on her her sketch pages as usual.
Right. That's my take on it, because there's I'm just recalling the what is it, Amethyst shapeshifting into Lars, and then her and Sadie being a thing, and that was weird.
Which I do need like 40 pages of right now.
Yeah, right? I feel like that's just like Sadie and Amethyst figuring out their sexuality just a little bit, but also, why are you shapeshifting into Lars?
It's complicated. It's complicated.
That's
anyway,
real complicated.
They dance, they do a reprise of Don't Cost Nothing, and they leave through Jersey. Hey, we get to see Jersey again as we go back to Beach City.
You forgot the bill.
Oh, right, the bill.
I mean, I assume it's not like it's $10 million or anything, but still, the fact that Greg is like, oh my god, this is so much money that I'm spending. Shit. But that's why they get back to Don't Cost Nothing. It's like, hey, we still had fun. It's not like we have to do this all the time. We just did this for
shits and gigs.
One night, actually.
Yeah. Barely at night. Did they even, I guess they kind of slept there, right?
I think Empire City is eternally in nighttime, actually.
That makes sense.
And that's why it's like this. It could be the smog from like Jersey or something. I don't know.
I received a notification that's like New York right now has like a toxic air advisory or whatever, and I'm like, yeah, it's just New York. And then they go back to Beach City. They're reprising. Pearl and Greg are happily talking the entire time while Steven is sleeping in the back, and the episode closes out on the star over the van as it passes the leaving Empire City sign. Which I think, yeah, okay, if you're gonna have this kind of episode of like, this location is what brought everyone together, yeah. Zoom in on the leaving sign. It's a metaphor. We put the killing thing between our mouth. No, we don't.
Robert, please.
God forbid. Listen, the only joke about metaphors that I understand, that I have, is the fucking Fault in Our Stars joke.
I can't with the Fault in Our Stars.
And it's not even a joke. John Green wrote that line being like, oh, I'm fucking cooking. I'm like, yeah, kinda, but also it's sort of funny.
You've just made it like such a meme that I can't take it seriously.
Because it's a meme. Because people saw, the people who read this book and watched this movie made it a fucking meme because it's a sad book / movie.
I could never read it or be like anything involved with it because I was like, yeah, that's just depressing. I know someone's gonna die in that without even reading it.
Yo, let me tell you about this book that I read called They Both Die at the End. You'll never guess how it ends.
No way.
I posted about it on social media, and I posted, it's like, I'm like an hour away in the audiobook from the end, and I am what I describe as Marty leaning back as the DeLorean's about to hit the clock tower. Hey, Charlie.
Hey, Robert.
How about we go over to the Crystal Temple?
For some Crystal Temple trivia?
Yeah. Phoebe, do you have the wiki open?
I do. And
yeah.
So good.
Have either of you guys played Deltarune?
No.
No, I haven't, but I'm already excited for what's about to be said.
On the side, it has little icons for like recently opened pages. And apparently I recently opened the page for Jebel. And so I have a dancing gif of Jebel in the corner of my screen that is just going to be living here for the rest of this episode, I guess. And people who played Deltarune will understand what that means. You should play it. Steven Universe fans would enjoy Deltarune, I think, because they would enjoy Undertale. Not to take us all the way back to 2000, whatever.
I mean, I don't know nothing, man. I'm just here. I'm just existing.
You're just existing. So let's get some trivia. This is Steven Universe's first musical episode. The ties in with the main location of the episode, Empire City, is an amalgam of Las Vegas and New York City. New York City is well known for its Broadway musicals, including adaptations of films. As the only musical of the series, Mr. Greg features more songs than any other episode, that being 7 songs. This was a test episode to see how many songs they could fit in one episode in preparation for the movie, Steven Universe the movie.
That's awesome. This is the final episode where Joe Johnston worked as a regular storyboard artist.
This episode marks Pearl's first solo song, which I didn't realize.
Me neither.
I guess that's true. Because I always think of like Do It For Her, but it's not a solo song.
Yeah, it's not. It's a duet with Connie. So, yeah. No, that is her first solo.
Yeah, I guess it is. I'm really thinking about it. That's crazy. This episode's name was first revealed in the episode listing on the Cartoon Network website.
Shelby Rabara, Peridot's voice actress, is also a dancer who provided the audio of Pearl and Steven tap dancing in the song Mr. Greg.
That's cute.
I love that.
The original draft of Pearl's ballad had a significant difference from the final version. How vague. How ominous. What does that mean?
Sounds like a threat.
There's like a link to a Tumblr post.
Oh, let's see this
by
shit.
Joe Johnston.
Is it still? Oh, hello. That is not what I wanted at all. That's what I want. There we go. Oh, yeah, it's a whole post. That's cool. I will look at that later.
This is cool.
Yeah. There are some lines in both of you that may sound like Rose's voice, but it is actually Steven. Songs are often cobbled together from multiple takes, and the best runs are edited together.
I remember this. People had theories that Rose's voice was in both of you.
It could be.
That technically is.
I don't know. Steven is Rose. Rose is Steven. She's gone. Anyway, this episode was nominated for the Primetime Emmy Award for Outstanding Short Form Animated Program in 2017. Other nominated shows were Adventure Time, Rocket and Groot, Mickey Mouse, and Teen Titans Go.
I can already tell you it should have won.
Yes. Out of those, should have.
If Adventure Time won, I kind of get it. But Rebecca Sugar and Tom Sharpling revealed at NYCC 2016 that Mr. Greg was their favorite episode. Rebecca also added that the reason was she had always dreamed about working on a musical.
Rebecca, if you're listening to this, the 4 of us could do something.
Yeah!
We have ideas.
Mr. Greg, the musical!
Harry Shum Jr., an actor from Glee and Shadowhunters, provided a dance sequence with Shelby Rabara, his wife, as a reference for Greg and Pearl dancing.
I always think it's hilarious that they are, in fact, married. I did find that out one time on social media. I'm just like, What? The guy from Shadowhunters? Wait, is that Peridot? Wait, what's happening? For cultural references, Empire City's name is likely derived from New York's nickname of the Empire State.
Right, which we all know.
Do you know that?
We all know it now.
Pearl's 360-degree solo scene is a reference to a similar scene in the 1982 movie Victor Victoria, starring Julie Andrews. Andrew also appears in a tuxedo in that scene. I didn't know that.
Oh god, that sounds hot. I want to see Julie Andrews in a tux.
I'm going to look that up immediately. Oh, good. There's a link to it. There's a link to YouTube.
I think it's in the Tumblr post too, actually.
We're just going to... Oh, she looks incredible. Holy shit.
Yes. Oh my god.
Oh, wow, I'm having gay thoughts.
Somebody draw Julie Andrews in that style of like Steven Universe, you know, doing the It's Over, Isn't It? I think that then it'll come full circle.
The song Mr. Greg was inspired by the song Oh, Mr. Kane from the classic 1941 movie Citizen Kane, as well as The Muppets.
Okay.
And now for Charlie's favorite section.
Continuity. Greg mentions the events of Story for Steven, referencing his first encounter with Rose and the song he was singing.
The reason for Marty giving Greg a check in drop... Why is check in one word? The reason for Marty giving Greg a check in Drop Beat Dad is explained.
Pearl's line, past experiences have taught me that three's a crowd, might be a reference to past events such as Sugalite's overzealousness in Coach Steven and Sardonic's fiasco during the Week of Sardonic's arc. Both occasions involved Pearl getting tangled up in a situation where fusions between three gens ended up causing trouble.
The toy that resembles Sonic the Hedgehog makes its second appearance in this episode.
I didn't notice.
Me neither.
I can't believe it. I need to rewatch. Pearl uses her nephelokinesis once again while she is on the balcony. First seen in Sworn to the Sword in the Ancient Sky Arena. What does that mean?
Oh, that's got to be the cloud powers, I think, right?
That is what it is. Cloud manipulation.
Yeah, she can like manipulate. Didn't she use like the clouds to tell her story, or was it mainly just for like the projection from her?
Yeah,
she like moves her hand to do it. So yeah.
I will say I do know that because Nephili is a Greek like sky or cloud nymph. So that's how I know what nephelokinesis means.
And I know that because of Nephilim, thanks to Supernatural.
Oh no!
While Greg is eating cherries, he mumbles, "Cherry man," a callback to Winter Forecast, where he used the same expression to describe himself while wearing a cherry sweater.
This episode addresses the tensions between Pearl and Greg, first seen in We Need to Talk. Okay, so like that's the citation that I needed earlier.
When Pearl enters the room again during nighttime, the game Golf Quest Mini, first seen in Rose's room, can be seen on the flat screen TV.
Oh my god, I have war flashbacks from Golf Quest Mini.
And finally, before playing the piano, Steven makes his knuckles crack, even though he was not able to do so in the episode Love Letters, where he stated that his hands are polite.
Let's analyze that. What does it mean that Steven's hands are no longer polite?
4-hour video essay discussing why Steven's hands are no longer polite right now.
He's matured. There you go.
Oh my god. All right, friends, who are we giving our Pearl points to this episode? Pearl, obviously, right?
Pearl.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The gay. Pearl in a suit.
Yeah.
Specifically. Pearl and Pearl in the suit.
I think it's specifically the moment where she's like lying back on the railing.
Right.
Yeah.
And she's like holding the rose close to her chest.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. And then question. I mean, you know what? This is such an easy question, writes itself. What would you do with $10 million?
If I had $1 million. Well, let's see. Pay off my student loans. For starters.
I think I'm similar to Greg in that I would like the first thought would be, oh, well, let's travel. Let's go like do things that you've always wanted to do.
I low-key have beef, but not really, with a Percy Jackson creator who owns so many rare editions of the Percy Jackson books. And I'm like, if I had $10 million, I could buy so many of those.
No, those leather bound, that fancy edition.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds
like
awesome.
$500.
And it's like, it's great that you have it, but I'm like, dude, it should have been me. It should have been me. No.
I would invest in some expensive cosplay parts for Percy Jackson.
Oh, that'd be cool. Oh, I would get like a custom made Aegis shield.
Damn. No, get custom-made damn meme page hat that's not child-sized.
Yeah, that hat has gone through the ringer. It's crazy.
And it's been like re-sewn though, hasn't it too?
Yes,
Like,
yes. At one point, one of the ears like got disconnected from the hat, so it was like flopping around, and Mac thankfully fixed it.
I would say that's your first priority. Damn meme page hat.
I've been with that hat for 5 years. I don't want to retire it, but I should. Phoebe, before we go, can you remind the audience where they can find you?
You can find my podcast, Monster Donut, wherever you listen to podcasts, and also find us on social media at PJO Pod. And you can find me personally at PHOJOCO on Instagram and at Dramaturg, DRAW Maturg, on Twitter.
And this is where I read out the username for Phoebe's Tumblr. Ready?
Oh God, Phoebe from Tumblr.
That's not what it is, but
No. No one will ever know.
oh, I know. I found it. I just haven't followed
No,
it out of respect.
everyone in the world knows. It's very easy to discover, I think.
Especially since you talk about your podcast on it. The silence. I don't know if Phoebe's afraid or not.
I'm sitting here wondering if like this is where the episode gets cut off.
I'll figure it out. Do you want that hint, or you want me to cut that hint?
You can leave the hint in. It's fine.
After all that has been said, hey Charlie.
Hey Robert.
If every podcast were perfect,
we wouldn't have the bits.
Bye. You can follow this podcast socials at The Bits SU Pod on Instagram and Tumblr. You can send a message to our dime line through thebitsSUpod@gmail.com. If you'd like to support us financially, join us at patreon.com/thebitsu. By becoming a patron, you can join the Deus Ex Media Discord server, where you'll be able to chat with us and other listeners about Steven Universe, or whatever else. Our $5 patron tier also gets you access to Steven's Room, our monthly bonus show. There, we'll talk about a wide variety of topics, which usually have something to do with Steven in some way. No promises.
You can check out our merch store, The Bits SU, on Redbubble to find custom designs made by Charlie, me, or if you cannot do that or do not want to support us financially, we'd really appreciate a rating, a review, or letting your friends and followers know how much you love the podcast. It really helps. Our music was written and produced by Jason Hilton. You can find him at Negative Selections on Instagram. You can follow me, Charlie, at GreenPixie12 on most platforms. I also have an art Instagram at GreenPixieDraws. You can also hear my voice on 2 other podcasts. I co-host another podcast on the network with Ray called Of the Eldest Gods, where we talk about the mythology book series by Rick Riordan, starting with Percy Jackson. I also co-host a podcast with my buddy Ethan called Mysteries in the Machine, where we talk about all things Scooby-Doo.
You can find me, Robert, at the Damn Meme page on Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky, and TikTok. If you want to hear more from me, check out my YouTube channel, also called the Damn Meme page, where I make videos mainly about Percy Jackson, but also sometimes other fun stuff. If you want to find me elsewhere in the podcast verse, you can also tune into my podcast, The Pit Crew, a show dedicated to dissecting the HBO Max medical drama, The Pit. The Bits is proud to be a part of Deus Ex Media, which features great podcasts like Burn Before Reading, a podcast about literature, where your hosts, Christina and Leela, cringe about writing.
I'm Christina Kahn.
And I'm Leela Hilton.
And this is Burn Before Reading,
the podcast about shiterature.
We're here to examine the terrible writing we did when we were younger.
Like that school project you were really proud of.
Or that poem you wrote when you got dumped.
Well, how about that apology letter you wrote to your mom when you got into that fight?
Or the song you recorded before you knew how to write music.
Okay, don't at me. And we're here to talk about other cringy literary topics along the way.
Like the Library of Alexandria.
And Dewey Decimal.
His name was Melville Dewey.
Oh, well, do we want to get the clips rolling?
I don't think I ever recovered from this in terms of being cool.
Why did I say any of this?
I do like the drama.
So there is actually quite a bit to unpack here.
Oh, all this drama was so addictive as a teenager.
There's no punctuation to it. I'll start with that.
I actually have no memory of this.
There were so many lies that I was telling it.
It's not terrible.
No one really taught me how to write a good short story.
That was a journey.
Listen to Burn Before Reading
Every Wednesday, wherever pods are cast.
Okay, so what I think we should do now is we should do our part 2 of the joke that we did the last time Phoebe was on, and we should Phoebe the episodes in between the 2 episodes.
Oh, goodness. Did we not do every single episode before?
No, we only did up until what we were up to. So the last
Okay.
episode Phoebe was on was Sadie's song.
Oh my goodness.
So we got to do everything from catch and release to where we are now.
Phoebe and release.
When did Phoebe's?
Back to the Phoebe.
To Phoebe.
The Phoebe.
Phoebe's birthday.
It could have been Phoebe.
Phoebe received.
Log date Phoebe.
Super Phoebe Island.
Phoebe drill.
Same old Phoebe.
Phoebe mates.
Hit the Phoebe. Oh no.
Phoebe floats.
Drop beat Phoebe.
Mr. Phoebe.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you. Thank you.
Dave X Media.